Welcome to the Southern Alberta Baseball Magazine Show with your host, Rick Solberg.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Southern Alberta Baseball Magazine Show. I'm your host, Rick Solberg. This week we're going to still continue our focus on the Prairie Baseball Academy. One of the segments we're going to talk about is education, and we're going to talk to Glenn Secretan about that, as well as we're going to have our player profile with Drew Haroff. But first of all, I had a chance again to talk to Coach Todd Hupka about the upcoming season and the preparations that the PBA is taking as they prepare for the spring campaign.
Yeah, we're pretty much ready to go. Our pitchers have been on a throwing program all winter. They're up to 60 pitches in bullpens now, so we're firing and ready to go. So that's a good question. I think our starting pitching is going to be very strong again this year. We're an older group. On the infield, we're a sophomore in every position. I just think overall, just our age is probably a strength. So hopefully that'll show up in some wins this year. Yeah, no, you know what? I think if we play to our ability this year, I don't think there's anything we need to, improve on. I think we need to keep getting better every week, to win a championship this year. But I'm pretty happy with what we have on our varsity team, that as long as we get better every week as a team, we should be pretty good. You know what? I think we've been doing a good job with our arms. Our arms, we're ready, game ready. Like our starting pitchers, they're going to be ready to throw 80 pitches. Ground balls, seeing a baseball outside, I'm sure whoever's listening to this, whoever played baseball that first time outside, trying to catch a ball or to pick up a ground ball, and then you're trying to do it at an elite level at college or whatever. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming for these guys that they can't get the timing of the ball. But after a couple days outside down south, we pick up pretty quick on that. So I think that with the hitting end of it, I think you have to, change every year on the type of team you have. And this year we have we're pretty fast at the top and the bottom of our lineup, and we have some guys in the middle that can really bang it. So, at the top end, we're probably going to bunt a little bit, move runners over a little bit. But the 3, 4, 5, 6 hitters in our lineup are very good hitters. They're over 300 hitters. So as long as we can get on base, we should be able to score some runs for them. So,
thanks a lot, Todd. And although the weather isn't conducive to baseball, there's a lot of prep work that's been going on to prepare for the 2011 season. Also, the kids are preparing and doing a lot of work in the classroom. And the man in charge of that is a founding member and the past president of the PBA, Glenn Secretan. Glenn sat down with me to talk about the education portion of the PBA and its importance to the program.
Well, education is an integral part of our organization. We exist to promote educational opportunities for student athletes. And as we are a bridging program, that is a program that prepares students both academically and athletically to move on to the next level in their educational settings, it's important for us to make sure that every student develops the skills that are required. And those skills don't just come on the field. They have to understand academic culture. They have to understand how to achieve at a high level in the classroom, while at the same time maintaining a very, very busy schedule and a very active schedule as student athletes. So education comes first. We support our students with a scholarship program. We insist that all of our students are full-time students. We have minimum grade point average requirements for participation in on-field activities. And at the end of 2 years, when students work with us, they are prepared to move on with their individual educations. Certainly. We have an excellent relationship with both the educational institutions in the city, the university, and the college, and that's vital to our function, our focus, and the work we do with students. At the college, we work hand in hand with the college. We basically do an awful lot of recruiting for the college. We have had students in our program from 10 provinces. And we actively recruit students from all across the country. Those students would never come to Lethbridge unless they had the opportunities that we provide for them as student athletes. And so this year we have students from Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, Manitoba, Quebec, Ontario, and all across Canada, every province. And so we support them by bringing students to them. In addition, we partner with the college in providing educational opportunities. They support our scholarship program somewhat, and also we support them. We also develop courses in conjunction with the Lethbridge College. We've developed 2 independent courses which are offered on campus there, which teach the things that first-year students really need to understand in order to be successful in a college setting. And those are study skills courses, and we teach study skills and teach academic culture and help students understand how to be a success in the classroom. So we've developed those courses there. We offer 2 courses there through their phys ed department, through the general studies department. In addition, we are working with them, and we've developed courses that are offered here at the Academy as well. One of our coaches is now an instructor for the college, and he teaches physical education courses here at our facility for college students. And so we partner in many ways with the college, and we support each other, and it's certainly a relationship that benefits all the students that come to us, and it's a great situation for us, Rick. We have begun to reach out to the greater baseball community by expanding what we do here at the Academy, and the one way that we've moved in that direction is quite a significant one, and that is that beginning last fall, 2010, we accepted grades 12 high school students who are full-time high school students who work here on a daily basis, train, and are part of the Academy. And they will participate. They've already participated in a fall season, outdoor season. They'll participate in our spring outdoor season as well. And they'll participate with our junior varsity team. We operate 2 teams, a varsity club of 24 men, and then a junior varsity club which plays a separate schedule, which has 20 players on it as well. And so, yes, that provides those students for the first time ever an opportunity as high school students to participate in baseball 12 months of the year, which is a significant training advantage. We've observed in the baseball business that in the sport that those places where students are able to participate in a sport 12 months out of the year develop more quickly, more completely, and have greater opportunities. And so I think this is a really significant initiative for high school players in Alberta and indeed across Canada. When we began, we were a standalone program. That's back in '95. Shortly afterwards, 3 British Columbia educational institutions supported and began programs, and that has grown. Now we play in the Canadian Colleges Baseball Conference, and that's grown out of those beginning programs that provided opportunities. And what we have now is we play in a conference every spring, March, April, and May. And that includes our program and as well several other university and college programs. And they are principally, well, they are all in Alberta and British Columbia. And so we have programs, 2 programs on Vancouver Island at universities there. And we have programs in British Columbia in Okanagan, Kamloops, that's Thompson River University, and as well the University of Calgary is in our conference too. And so we have those opportunities. UBC has a program which plays NAIA baseball in America. And so, yes, there are growing opportunities for student athletes to participate in baseball in Canada as well as south of the border.
Thanks a lot, Glenn. And it's clear that there's been a lot of work in the classroom as well as on the ball field as the team prepares for the upcoming season. Let's take time now to take a look at one of the younger members of the PBA, grade 12 student Drew Haroff.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I first came here, I kind of thought some of the older guys might be kind of arrogant and just kind of ignore us, but they've all been really great and helping us out with trying to get involved in the program and just helping us on and off the field with everything. It exposed me to a lot higher caliber ball, like playing against guys who go away in the summer to play for WMLB teams or even like Div 2, Div 1 colleges. I mean, that's a lot different than seeing just single A American Legion ball, so I think it'll help a lot seeing the higher caliber level. Love him. Absolutely love him. He's great with everything, great hitting coach. He's really understanding with taking time off if you need it. Yeah. I think it's great. I mean, I grew up knowing what this program was, and I grew up like coming to camps here and like, oh, it'd be great if I could come play here. And I never really thought I'd have this chance to come play here a couple years ago, but it's come true, and it's great. Nice exposure for the home crowd kind of thing. So.
Well, that wraps up this week's program. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank Coach Todd Hupka, Glenn Secretan, and Drew Haroff for joining us on the show. Next weekend, we're going to change things up a bit. We're going to speak to a former PBA member and current head coach of a high school program south of the border, Alan Cantwell. He came into Lethbridge as the featured speaker for the PBA's scholarship banquet on January 22nd, and we had a chance to sit down with him, and we're going to talk a little bit about some on-field stuff, some of his history with the PBA, and some of the things he talked to the players about during his visit here in Lethbridge. That wraps up this week's program, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week on the Southern Alberta Baseball Magazine.